Okay.
Live stream number 3.
Number 3. This is our second take. I had to say it. I was being like finicky in our first one. But yeah, I'm excited about this vlog. Is it a vlog? Yeah, it's like a vlog now.
It's a vlog, yeah.
This week was pretty like nonchalant. Like I didn't think we got up to anything crazy. Kind of like lit, but the weekend was good.
We went to a 7-course degustation menu.
Yeah.
In a contemporary Japanese restaurant.
Contemporary.
Yeah.
So like T and I, we actually do a food vlog.
Yeah.
Blog,
yeah.
Yeah. We do a food vlog because we're both really, really massive foodies. We love eating and like even outside of before we started making blogs for food, every week we would go to a new restaurant anyway, and we would like discuss with each other like the best parts, the worst parts, what should have improved, like that kind of thing. We would like already be doing a blog, but we just didn't have a blog.
That's right.
And we even have like a list in my notes of our favorite top 10s. Even before we had a blog, like we would just kind of keep it.
Yeah.
Because we love it. Like, and when you love something, you're passionate.
That's right.
And we love to eat. And like, for those of you who don't know, we have a keto diet just all the time. So like, I don't like having carbs. They make my stomach feel weird. And like, I just always feel really bloated when I have carbs. And it's just this really uncomfortable feeling. Like you feel heavy, you feel tired, and cutting it out helped me a lot.
Yeah.
Like in how I feel day to day.
Yeah.
So like we have like this keto diet, and honestly, initially it's kind of difficult, but you get used to it really quickly. And like you adjust, you have like new recipes. It's like kind of fun. Yeah. I tried using almond flour. It was horrific. I do miss like brownies and cake and shit. In saying that, we still eat those like once every month or like once every 2 months. Yeah. We have like a moment.
Yesterday we had a moment.
Last night we had a moment. It was just, but it's like, you just suddenly are like, oh my god, if I don't eat this, I will die.
Huge cravings.
Yeah, massive.
And yeah, I guess the other thing that probably was naughty was, so the degustation meal was like 7 courses, and every course had like a
different wine. What the fuck?
Most of them, they were kind of too sour, I would say. Yeah,
T likes wines to be smooth. I support this most of the time, but a Shiraz, I don't mind a Shiraz having a little bit of like an acidic base, as long as it's been aged well. Like it's the wrong kind of acidity when it's been aged for like 20 minutes, you know?
Talking like a true wine expert.
Like you can just taste when something hasn't had the proper time and care.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind when the wine is actually acidity, but it needs to kind of complement the dish, you know? Like, it didn't really match well. And it felt like, even though there were some good ideas in the meal, it was just...
Which wine was this? The Wagyu? With the Wagyu? I liked that one.
The one with the Wagyu was... I think it was too sour.
I loved it.
Anyway, so there was this one dish. It was like what's it called? A tuna cigar.
Yeah, it was actually yummy, guys. You wouldn't expect it.
It was yummy, but the onions were a bit too overpowering.
Yeah.
They like went all the way up in my nose.
There was a lot of onion in there. Maybe because it cost a lot to put more tuna.
I don't know. I don't mind if there's not enough tuna, but there needs to be the right balance, you know? Yeah. And then the other thing is, it was served with like this really strong sake, which literally just tasted like vodka.
Oh my god, that was crazy.
Yeah,
That was crazy.
and how does that complement this dish? You know, when you have like a fish or like a tuna, you need to have something that is kind of
Zesty, yeah.
zesty. Maybe it's something like a gin, you know,
Yeah, oh my god, guys.
with like some smoky flavor, you know.
Yeah, like a G&T
Yeah,
would have been so good.
yeah, G&T, and then like you can top it off with like some smoky with like a burnt cinnamon or something, you know. Because then
Yeah.
it would also go along with like this whole cigar idea, you
Like,
know.
we get what they were going for.
Yeah.
We understand that it was supposed to be like this really... What was the description you gave with the
Contemporary.
old dudes?
I like rusty.
Yeah, it's kind of like, you know, when you watch those mafia movies and they're all sitting around with their like cigars and like a hard liquor, you know, on the rocks. You should have just given a hard liquor on the rocks.
Yeah, that's right.
You know,
that's right.
But I mean it's Japanese, so
it's
wouldn't.
Japanese,
yeah.
so like you're like
makes sense.
you're a yakuza moi.
Yeah, exactly. So I get the sake thing, but fuck, like we couldn't.
Yeah.
None of us took the shot because honestly, it just tastes like bleach.
Yeah. It was. I don't know what makes actually a good.
It was like
a good.
drinking nail polish from Rumo.
I actually don't know
what
makes a good strong liquor.
A good strong.
Yeah,
liquor.
because when people drink whiskey, it tastes similar, you know.
I think you just have to be that kind of person. It's obviously not our taste. Like,
I mean, in general, we don't drink at all. So that was a bit of yesterday
that was
night
crazy.
Was out of pocket a little bit.
Guys, that had me fucked up. That really had me fucked up. Like, they had a glass of wine with every single meal, and it was 8 courses. Sorry, 7. See? That's how you know how fucked up I was.
Yeah, after the 4th one, I already told her don't fill it too full.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, they were already filling it, like, just a little bit, like, not too much. But even that was too much.
It was almost a quarter of a glass.
Yeah, it was a lot.
And I mean, if you just want to try it,
it's just like it should be just a tasting.
Yeah, you know. But they really, I think we just have to make them drunk so they don't complain about the food.
Yeah. And I kind of like get it. Like, I totally forgot my point. Like
making people drunk.
No, something about the wine. Oh, like we aren't big drinkers, obviously. For me, mainly it's just like I can't handle liquor that well. I have a really low tolerance. So everything goes straight to my head, and then I can't enjoy it the same way other people might. You know, like you might be like enjoying it to compliment something, but for me, as soon as you're past tipsy, that's gone.
Yeah, I mean, then nobody cares about the taste anyway.
Yeah, so like it kind of ruins, it defeats the purpose. Like, I don't like to drink.
Yeah.
You know.
But there it felt like they drink to taste, but drink to drink actually.
Yeah, exactly. And like, I think tea just doesn't like drinking.
No.
But like, I like drinking. I just don't like drinking when I'm getting drunk. You know.
You don't like being drunk.
I don't like being drunk.
Yeah, but you like drinking.
I like drinking. I like it in small amounts and on rare occasions. You know?
The best reference when I like to drink is when we actually have a really nice wine. So there was this one place in Sydney where you have like this really nice wine, and it's just really well rounded, you know.
Was I there?
Yeah, you were there. I think I introduced you even to that one really nice Shiraz.
When?
That must have been almost 2 years ago now. So that was like in 2020. But yeah. So, and there it was fun to experience. And then the other thing was when we go to that Japanese place in Rhodes.
Oh, guys.
That sake is something else.
That sake is fucking good. It's like drinking grape juice. It's like
but
so yummy.
It's so smooth also, you know.
It's really smooth, and there's still some of that, like, I don't know, burn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like just from alcohol.
Like this spirit spirit flavor.
Yeah, exactly. But I really like that. I think like spirits should taste like spirits. I don't think you should like, if you have to hide what it tastes like, you're drinking for the wrong reasons.
I mean, when you have like this really cheap soju, you after like 3 or 4 shots, you like start to gag because it's so gross, you know.
It's so nasty.
Yeah, but this one sake is just so really well balanced.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it.
Balanced is a good word. But I think like I hate it. But when I started drinking, and obviously like there was a time where I would like get fucked up, go out, that kind of thing. Like in that time, I would like try to hide the flavor of alcohol. But that's when I'm like, I hate that. I feel like drinking for that reason isn't fun.
It's also so sad, you know, when alcohol is being sold as something that you see it in every movie, you know, you like drink, you know, the main protagonist, and a main protagonist is not a main protagonist unless he drinks some whiskey or beer or some other alcohol stuff, you know. And it's everywhere, you know, and it's like the more you drink, the more sympathetic you are, really, you know. Like some of the most alcoholics are the heroes in every movie, and the guys that don't drink, they're portrayed as like the villain, or the guys, there's something wrong with them in a way, you know. And then you are like, I just remember how I felt the first time I drank beer. I fucking gagged, you know, because it was so gross.
Yeah, it was nasty.
Yeah, or like the first time I drank wine, I was like, what the fuck is this, you know? Yeah. And then you kind of, I don't know, you force yourself to get used to it.
Yeah,
so that
that's so annoying.
So that you fit in or whatever, or can be one of the cool kids to go party or whatever, you know?
But I also think like wine is really nice. I can't lie.
Wine is really nice.
Like it can be made well, and it is something that takes time. Like to like produce this palate for wine, you have to get used to the flavor. You know.
Yeah, but the thing is, do you then actually need alcohol in that wine? You know.
It's true.
Because then all it really is fermented grape juice.
Yeah.
You know, and if it has like a nice flavor, nice taste, the alcohol doesn't need to be there. You know.
It's true.
Yeah. That's the thing, you know.
In saying all of this and bagging out drinking and getting drunk and stuff, T and I are getting drunk this weekend.
Yeah, next weekend. It's something I promise we have like one night out where we get really shit faced.
So like ever since we started dating, we've been together for almost 2 years now, and T's always been like a really controlled person, and like that's just his personality, which is cool. But like, I want to see this man get fucked up. I'm sorry, but I just
getting wasted for entertainment, guys.
Straight up. And you know, like I used to tell him this when we started dating, and he was like, "I'm never gonna do it. That's just not me." Like, and he's like, "I don't want this." Blah blah blah. But what are we doing next weekend?
Yeah. I'm probably just gonna get drunk and then I fall asleep, and then she has to drive me home.
It's gonna be perfect. So romantic. And like, so I have like, I don't know if this is toxic, but I ask T for a lot of shit. Like a lot of things, not like just material things, but like actual experiences with him. And I ask him for so many things, and he promises me so many things that we lose track. So I have a promise book. Like I make collages, and I also write promises that like T's made me and stuff, so that like we don't forget, and that I don't forget. Because these are things I really want to do, but like I'm like the kind of person that gets excited about stuff, and then the next thing comes along and I'm excited about that, and then I forget the thing before.
Yeah.
So I write them all down, and every time T like fulfills a promise, I just scratch it off. My little promise book. And this is in the book.
And add 2 new ones.
Okay, he's laughing, but he's the one who makes me the promises.
Yeah, I know. I should be more controlled.
But he does keep them.
Yeah, I don't like making promises and then not keep them, which makes me exploitable in a very efficient way, and she takes full advantage of that.
See, but that's why you only make promises to people you care about, because I would never actually do anything bad.
That's right.
I just want to have fun.
Yeah, that's right.
So and I've seen everybody drunk in my life. I've seen everybody absolutely shit-faced, hammered, vomiting everywhere type of thing, except tea. Like, what? Literally, where? You know? It's like, what the hell? And I'm married to him. So I was like, you have to promise me this thing. Like, I want to go out with you. I want us to have a night together. And then he was like, okay, fine. And whenever we promise, we do the pinky swears. I really believe in them. And I think teas come round. We do like pinky swears and thumb locks. Because that's how you know a promise is really going to be kept. And so I've made him promise to have a night out with me where we get absolutely shit-faced, and then we're done.
Beautiful.
We're done. Anyway, so like, that's what's happening. Next week's gonna be crazy. I might vlog a couple things. I might slip it into the podcast. We don't know. But I can't put our faces, which is the sad part, because we've got really great faces. But I will put the bottom half of our bodies in. Maybe some pictures of the things that we drink. Yeah, the shit we do. We might I might cover our face while I'm shit-faced and try to do a quick vlog, you know. You can put your hair in front of it. Yeah, we'll think of something. Use a napkin or something. Wear sunnies in the club. He does do that though. Yeah, I love it. I might do it just to match. Guys! I forgot, but on my birthday, T gave me this coupon to be matching. Oh my god. I wish we had a bigger fan base, because I would be like, let me know if I should use this. I might. Anyway, if I do, I'll take a picture. But yeah, that's what's happening next weekend. Really exciting. Let's actually get into what we want to talk about this video. Yes. Because we do have, before we do our vlogs, we have a rough plan of what we want to put in to the video. And when I have a free moment, I usually will add stuff to the list of things that we want to talk about. Our list is really short. There's 2 things on it. Yeah. But that's only because I want quality ideas. Yeah. I'm sure over time we won't have as many quality ideas. Probably not. But while I can, I want to do it. Yes. So, I was thinking about when T and I went out for the first time, I had no idea that he was doing this, but he has these little shit tests. Kinda tests. Yeah. For me, and whether or not I passed this would determine if he wanted to go out with me again. I want to determine if you are a good partner. And I guess what I did were a few things to see what sort of character she has, and that is, first of all, I took her for a very first date. I took her to a low-key... It was a dumpling place. It was a dumpling place. Really cute, yeah. Yeah, she finds it really cute, but actually it was a bit gross, and... it wasn't gross. And kind of not popular at all. It was empty when we went there. It always is a bit empty. Yeah. I have to admit. And then for some reason she really liked it. Yeah. Which I was like, okay. I actually, if you guys go, it's cute. It's really cute. It's warm. There's fairy lights. There's timber floors. I love timber floors. And it's warm colors. And since we started dating, they've refurbished things. Yeah. They've spruced things up a bit. Yeah. And it looks good, man.
And the food is also yummy,
The
actually.
food is fucking yummy. Their dumplings are actually really nice.
Yeah, they are quite nice.
They slap, man.
Yeah, and they also have a nice chili sauce.
Yeah, and do you know what?
What?
Their servers are kind of weird,
Yeah.
but they're really nice.
Yeah.
Really attentive.
Well, when we are the only people in the restaurant, what else are they supposed to do?
I made tea takes there
Yeah.
for our anniversary.
Yeah, and then the guy, he's like, he literally stands next to your table while you look in the menu.
Yeah, but it's blessed, like it's really sweet, you know.
Yeah, and then in the back you see probably the boss of that joint counting money.
It's everything.
And you have like two $50 notes, and she's like, 1, 2.
Aww. Yeah, but like I thought it was actually really nice.
Yeah.
Sorry, T. Yeah, you continue.
Yeah, and then I kind of looked how she treats the waiter, because there's a saying, how somebody treats the waiter, at some point they will treat you the same. And obviously she didn't really interact with them, so that was not really
So I'm gonna ignore him.
Yeah. Yeah, and then after, like we already said, we went playing pool. Because for me it's important to see how well you can play with someone, because who plays together stays together.
Aw.
Yeah. Yeah,
And we play a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, sometimes I say stuff and T just laughs. I have no idea what's going on, why he's laughing.
Because you're just really sweet and funny.
But you know, I'm here for the ride, guys.
Yeah. So, and then even though she never played pool, she really put her back into it and tried to make
The
it a fun
sad thing
time.
is I have played pool. I just don't know how to.
Yeah, okay.
But you know, like when you play something, you just kind of like try to copy other people.
Yeah.
But I was like on a date, when he took me to the pool place, I was like, do you have to pee?
No.
When he took me to the pool place, should we cut that out?
No. Straight up no.
When he took me to the pool place, I was like, excited, but not sure what to do. And like, it's fine. Like you can kind of like fake it till you make it sometimes. But I don't want to embarrass myself on a date. And I was like, I'm just gonna tell him that I have no idea what's going on. And yeah, so I was just like, hey, I don't really know how to play pool, and can you teach me? Yeah. What?
Which is sweet.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
I was like, can you teach me? And he's like, yeah.
Yeah, and I also asked V a lot of questions because I wanted to know if there's long-term compatibility, and some of the things that I wanted is someone that is open for kids and family. So that was like, I literally wasted no time, straight up asked those questions on the first date. Yeah.
He asked a lot of personal questions. It was crazy.
Yeah. And yeah, I think that kind of gave me a really good feeling that V is a good person and wife material, pretty much. So I think I made a good choice. Yeah, apropos choice. So, you know, when I'm already 34, and obviously I had some experience in dating before, and most of those were a bit of a disaster. And most of the time it was pretty much my fault, because I didn't really know what I wanted, and also had some personal growth to do, and then sometimes it was also the woman's fault, where I basically couldn't recognize some red flags that revealed themselves as the relationship progressed. So I guess I had to come up with ways to identify for me to not repeat my mistakes, kind of thing. And that's how I came up with like a list of 10 things I want to have in my future wife. And if
he has a legit list.
I had a legit list, and V ticks all those boxes. And one of them is, if I should tell you my list, is she has to be feminine, so a womanly woman, not someone that doesn't embrace their femininity. and then easygoing. So it should be easy to have conversations and talk about things. And sometimes, when you meet someone, you have like your 20 minutes normal questions that you have with everyone. And if you're not able to keep it going lightheartedly, then it's probably not long-term material.
I hate that.
When
It's so
when it's like
gross.
dragging on and you have to
You're like, I want to fucking die.
yeah, so that's
And you have to like actively try to think of things
yeah.
to like talk about, to like fill the space with.
Yeah, that's right. So that was totally there with V, so that was good. Then I wanted my future wife to has like curves, womanly shape, and V totally ticks this box. Because I don't like when they're like just skinny, like a flatbread kind of thing. And
No offense.
No offense to the skinny woman out there. But yeah, attraction is not a choice, and you can be, I don't know, who are like all those model names? I don't know. Kate Moss.
Babe, Kate Moss is like not trending anymore.
Yeah, but I don't care.
Who's popular now? Gigi Hadid. Kendall Jenner. You know
Kendall Jenner?
Kendall Jenner?
Yeah. But
the Kardashian girl.
Oh, the Kardashian girl.
You remember her? She's like really skinny, tall model.
No, I don't remember her. And that's probably why, because I'm not attracted to her. Maybe because, you probably saw every Kardashian already when you just follow normal pop culture. I don't follow pop culture, but I know that I saw at least some of them before. But when you're not attracted to them, it doesn't stick, Whereas when other people, you see them once and you just mesmerized and blown away kind of thing, and obviously their name burns into your memory, and you cannot forget it, even after years kind of thing, That's the power of attraction, guys, so keep that in mind. Then it was important for me that we can have fun, which we can. I laugh all the time when we is doing her little quirks and things. I don't know what it is, but I just find it funny. And I think V also has a very good talent on expose someone's like embarrass someone kind of thing. Expose what people find embarrassing, and I don't know, it's kind of funny because sometimes you're so sure of yourself, and then V points out, oh look, you have like a little fluff in your beard. And I'm like, that's not the image I want to represent. And that's a bit embarrassing, but it's in a cute way,
Humbling.
Yeah, humbling. And I know that kind of makes it funny for me.
I do. But do you know what I've noticed?
What?
People always do the most embarrassing shit around me.
Yeah, I don't know. You bring it out in them.
I swear to God,
yeah.
All of my friends tell me, they're like, you know what? You're the only person I do the most embarrassing shit around. Like, you're always there when I do something hick.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. It's my calling.
Yeah.
It's in my fucking nature.
Yeah.
But also, everything I do is borderline embarrassing.
Not really.
So, if you want to be embarrassed in front of somebody, I'm the girl. I will not judge anybody for that. You know what I mean? I'm like, I've done that 50 times.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah.
But maybe, I think, I really think, and maybe this is like kind of cocky of me, but I do think I have a knack for making people feel comfortable around me.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You know?
Yeah.
I really think I do.
Yeah. Then the other things on my list were I wanted someone that is family orientated, and V certainly is, because she took care of her little sister for a long time and really treats her like her daughter, even though she's not her daughter, obviously. But
my little sister's 10 years younger than me, for context.
So there was a time where she had to
mother her, is it?
Mother her a little bit, yeah. So then, what else was there? Honesty is a big factor, because when you have someone that is lying to you, you cannot really trust them, and trust is the foundation of every relationship, in my opinion. Then she needed to be caring. That means when I'm sick, she would come and help me get better or whatever, or like have an interest for my concerns or passions and stuff like this. I like long hair, so I guess that goes a bit into the feminine side, but I think someone can be feminine without long hair. And other than that, I wanted to have children, and we were on the same page on that one, so that's good. And then also, I don't wanted someone that's crazy, and by crazy I mean somebody that blows up my phone when I don't respond to any of her messages for more than 24 hours.
To be honest, though, T always responds.
Yeah, I'm reliable, but the thing is, if there's a circumstance where I have some work that occupies me, what sometimes can happen, I don't want somebody, where are you? Are you
that can't like respect your space,
Yeah, that kind of thing. And
I do have issues respecting space.
Yeah, you just love to be around people.
I love being around people.
Yeah.
Being around people energizes me.
Yeah.
Like, T is the opposite.
Yeah.
Like, being around people drains him.
Yeah.
But when I'm alone for so long, I just become like this sad little puppy.
Yeah, when I spend the whole day at work and I come home and we had not a chance to hang out with anyone, she literally just sits curled up on the couch, and then I have to kind of defrost her a little bit because she's just so lonely.
I just am a people, but I love being around people.
Yeah,
I love it. And like when I meet my friends and I come home, obviously like I'm tired, like physically tired, but within 20 minutes I'm like at 1,000,000% energy. It's crazy.
Yeah, and I have to deal with people at work, and then I have to deal with my babe at home. Conversation.
But he wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, no. The good thing is we kind of came up with like the strategy where some days I can have for myself, and I use those days to recharge them. And V is gonna then hang out those days with her friends, so she also doesn't feel down.
Yeah, it's true. I need to fill that space with something, or else I go crazy.
Yeah.
It's a weird trait to have for a lazy person, I must admit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like lazy, but only when it comes to things that are important. Like taxes, I feel lazy. Cleaning, lazy. But like anything else, I'm hopped up and ready, you know?
Yeah.
Like
if I would come up with like a arts and craft box, she would like run in circles.
Yeah.
To get down to business.
Yeah, like I'm not one of those people where if you suddenly wanna buy like a broomstick, I'm like, oh, I'll come with you.
Yeah.
Like I'm never not up for that.
Yeah.
Like I'm always ready to leave the house and do something, even if it's like mundane. I just love it. Like I love doing mundane shit. It's just my favorite. But T's not like that. T's like, I really don't want to leave the house today, and I have to like beg him.
Yeah.
And then he says no when I leave by myself anyway. So. But it's fine.
Yeah.
I think like T had like a straight up list. I don't think I had one. Like, I think like I had a list, but it wasn't like numbered and like muy out like T's was. Like for me, I just want someone who's like reliable, stable, calm, and that's literally what T is. Though I do think when he's angry, it's different. But that's everyone. But like, also it doesn't mean like he's like abusive or anything when he's angry. It's just like when he's angry, he's passionate. You know what I mean? But samesies. So, but yeah. So like, I want someone who's like reliable and like stable, and like T is the epitome of a reliable person. you know,
Yeah.
if reliable, the word, was reincarnated and birthed into a human being,
Yeah.
it would be T.
Yeah.
Like, I've never met anyone more reliable. And like, if I have to like define it, it's like when you call them, if they don't answer, they'll call you back or send you a text. Or if I say we're meeting here at 5, that means we're really meeting there at 5.
Yeah.
No questions asked. Like, T's not the kind of person where I have to text the day before and be like, oh, are we still? No, we are, because that's what we agreed on. You know what I mean? Like, there's no like question about it. And like,
and no short-term cancellation or change of plans.
No short-term cancellations, no changing of plans, nothing. Just always there, always reliable, always stable. And for me, like, that's what you want in a long-term partner. If something happens, if I'm not feeling well, I can rely on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just, you just like, maybe not everybody values that, but I think that's like the best thing ever. In like long term, it's amazing. You want that in a husband, you want that in a dad.
Yeah.
Like, you want your dad to be reliable.
Yeah.
You know, and like, obviously I wanted someone who was going to be a good father because I want kids. So it's like, you need your dad to be there for you when you call him. You need him to like send you a text and be like, hey, I did see your call, but I'm working right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you need that from a father figure in order to like grow up and feel loved, you know, and feel like recognized and acknowledged.
Yeah.
That's so important, and for that you need reliable parents.
That's right.
And like, T is reliable. Like, I know if our kid like feels sick and can't reach me, they can definitely reach him, or vice versa. You know what I mean? So like, that's what I really value in a partner, and that's why I was like super drawn to T. And like, this is, I don't know if this is weird, but physical attraction is there 100%, but that's not what I'm really like, that's not what really attracts me to people. You know, like, I'm more like, what really does it for me is like when someone's clever. No, like, genuinely clever people get me horny. Like, I want to have sex with people who are smart, type of thing. I don't know why.
Attraction's not a choice, babe.
Yeah, like, literally that's what it is for me. Like, if you're like, a lot of my exes look different, but they're all clever. They're all really smart, super switched on, you know, like, and that really does it for me. Like, when they're reliable and smart, I'm like, yes. You know, when he comes up to me, he's like, hey, I work in IT 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. I'm like, oh my God, say it again. You know? I don't know. No, really, it does it for me. You know, I just love that shit. I fucking love it. Like, I think it's amazing. T and I were talking about this the other day. I was like, maybe it's because of my mom. That I like find that attractive, because when I was growing up, my mom used to tell me, oh, looks don't matter. He has to be like smart and resourceful. That's what's really good about a man. And I think it just stuck with me in a weird way. Like, and then ever since then, I feel like, oh my God, is he smart and resourceful? You know what I mean? You know, and it's like, he is. Oh my God, like, it's like that.
Yeah.
I love that shit. But yeah, so clever was always a really big thing for me. Obviously, like, family man, affectionate. And I know, like, you can't tell that T's like an affectionate person. No. But he's really affectionate. Like, he really matches my cuddle energy.
And
what?
Like, the amount of cuddling
is not enough.
Yeah, if somebody could count how many cuddles he needs per day, they would count for a long time.
It will be a lot. Yeah. A lot of cuddles. There's no point in counting. And like, no, really, I need cuddles. It's not even a joke. Like, in the morning, on the weekends, T will wake up super early and I always sleep in. So he'll like come out and lay on the couch and I'll be in bed and I'll wake up at like 10:30 or 11 or 12 or whatever, and I'll realize, oh, he's not in bed. but I don't get my morning cuddles yet. So I'll call him. I'll call him from the bedroom. Our apartment is not big. I could just call out to him.
Yeah.
But then in the morning, yelling out is too much energy, you know?
Yeah.
So I call him and he's like, hello? And I was like, can you come in here and give me some cuddles? And he'll be like, yeah. Yeah, straight up. That's what we do every weekend.
Yeah. And every day of the week.
I wish every day of the week, but most of the time he's working.
Yeah. But when I'm not working.
When he's not
you're
working.
Like, what you doing?
I'm like, the bed's free, you know. Or like, if I get up and out of bed, I will like crawl into a couch with him, and I'll maybe have a nap while he's on his phone or something.
Yeah.
But it's just, I just like the comforting touch and stuff.
Yeah.
Another thing, yeah, just like overall an honest person, which I think we're both tired.
Yeah, I'm trying to hide my yawns,
Same.
but I don't want to look like I'm not interested or anything.
Yeah, I am interested. I feel tired as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall an honest being, you know, which obviously T is almost to a fault. Super mega honest. But it's better than lying.
It's problematic to be honest all the time. It can be quite hurtful at times, but I believe I kind of share like those views from Jordan Peterson where, yeah, even when you're honest and people get upset, it will be better in the long term because you are able to really see someone when they're allow themselves to be honest and also have the space to be honest. And when you have to lie to make someone happy, I think this will result in disaster in the long term because it will take a lot of energy from you, and then you can't use that energy to, I don't know, help becoming the best version of yourself or whatever, you know. So yeah, it's not always easy, but I think it's easy to be honest, but it's not always easy to find the right words to package it that the message comes across and it's not shut down by some sort of emotional firewall or whatever, you know. Because sometimes people don't want to hear the truth because it damages them or they feel they can't handle it or whatever. So when you are able to communicate it effectively, then you can be honest and they still can understand you or where you're coming from. Yeah.
No, totally.
Yeah.
I think like the one thing about T is he just needs to work on his communication skills.
Yeah.
I think communication, not in the sense that he can't get his point across, he always gets it across, but it's the way he gets it there, you know. He throws it at you, you know?
I throw it at people, and I think I'm quick to raising my voice when people don't understand me.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's my challenges that I have to work on.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever I want to explain something, sometimes I feel like my heart starts racing, and then I'm like, that's true.
Baby,
Yeah.
no.
I feel like this pressure in my chest, and I just want to push the words out, kind of thing, you know. And I'm like, why you don't understand it, you know?
Baby.
Yeah.
He does become a little sass monster.
Yeah.
You know.
And I become short with people.
He gets short with people, it's true. I think, for sure it's gotten better with me. But I think that's just because it's easy for me to tell T that you need to be patient or you're getting short with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But obviously like a stranger or a coworker can't really talk to him like that.
No.
So they kind of have to just deal with it, you know?
No, they just choose not to talk with me at some point anymore, I guess.
It's true.
That's just, I mean, it's a normal reaction. Nobody wants to be...
No one wants to talk with someone who gets snappy.
get snappy or lose their patience or raise their voice. These are all things makes people uncomfortable, you know. And it's a great deal for someone that has to learn it at my age. Whereas obviously, if you're a child, because children behave like this. When you have good parents, they can put you in the right direction when you are the most malleable, you know.
Yeah.
When you are old like me and those ways are already established like my ways, it takes a long time.
Yeah.
It takes a long time to readjust, and I'm also going into therapy, which obviously helps as well. But when you ever when you have to raise your voice to communicate your points, you're not a good communicator, because nobody should be afraid when you speak to them, you know.
100%.
That's just the way it is. And
you should never communicate through fear as your channel, you know.
Yes.
And if you have to intimidate people into listening to you, no one's ever going to understand what you're saying because they're too scared to focus.
Yeah, they resent that. They will build
no one's going to
resentment.
respect you if you talk to them like that.
That's right.
But I really think that, like, T's made an improvement. Obviously, I don't see how he reacts to other people. I can only see how he reacts to me.
Yeah.
With me, it's pretty good. You know, like, we don't really... Sorry, that's my socks. They have, like, the little grips on them. So I can run around and not fall, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think you've really raised your voice at me in a really long time.
Yeah, I'm just, I try to be perfect kind of thing. Like, I try to be the best version, and one time is already one too many, you know?
Yeah. It's like an issue we've already dealt with. Like, we've addressed it already type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think sometimes at work I really have to stop myself to not get spiral. No, what? That's true.
Sorry, it's not funny. I'm not trying to be insensitive.
Yeah.
I just, like, can't imagine little T getting all sassy at work. You know, it's so cute. He's like, stop it. You know, like, I'm just like, this little monster at his desk, you know, with his little laptop. It's cute.
I think something like that happened on Friday, actually.
What happened?
No, there was like
you
this...
never told me.
Yeah, I think I had to process it first.
Yeah.
But there was this one guy, he's like my arch enemy at work. And he's just so sloppy with his work. Like, his job was to create a prototype. And that prototype includes some sort of communication between a SaaS platform.
Oh, is this the thing you showed me?
Yeah, and our own software. And it was incomplete because the communication cycle was only one directional, but it needed to be bi-directional or two-directional. And this now was discovered on Friday by me. And obviously I rely on this to be bi-directional, and I highlighted it and I was like, hey, look, this is not working. And he was like, oh, this is just the dumbest piece of the whole application. Yeah. I can fix it. But this is not obviously the answer that I expected, because what I expected first of all is that, oh, sorry man, I fucked up and I'm gonna fix it, you know? And not tell me that this is the dumbest piece and it doesn't even deserve to be flagged as a problem, you know? When something like this happens, I felt like how my chest was like, I was like ready to go kind of thing, and I really had to, breathe and don't let you get riled into it. I think I was straight up on the way to it, but I have to be like, calm down, and then I just said, all right, let's chat Monday. So I removed myself from the situation.
I think that was so good.
Yeah, because he was literally
asking for it.
No, his vocabulary was not in that echelon where you wanna fix the problem. Was in the echelon, oh, I'm gonna provoke him and kind of set him off, because when you are successfully be able to provoke someone and they lose their shit,
win 100%.
You win 100% of the time,
regardless of whether or not T would have been pissed off for the right reasons, it doesn't matter because you lost your cool.
That's right.
You know,
That's
and
right.
obviously, I mean, it doesn't make you a shitty person, but it makes you that guy.
Yeah.
You know, and I agree. Like, if I was in a workspace, regardless of whether or not someone is right or wrong, I would be like, you can't raise your voice like that.
Yeah.
Or you can't speak to another person like that.
That's it.
That's like the base level, you know, is like you have to push yourself to keep your cool.
That's right.
That was literally me at work when that bitch called me a gold digger. Because we're just talking about T getting angry, but I have this insatiable anger. And I have to say, I don't let it out ever.
You direct it towards yourself though. I think it's more self-destructive. Yeah. But I definitely, I remember one clear moment in my life where I really let it out, and it was just scary. You know what I mean? It's just ugly, and 99% of the time, I just keep it in, you know? And I guess, like, eventually with time it dies out and goes away, you know? But I do think I have a lot of, like, pent up shit, you know? But no, I totally regret that. Like, being at work and being pissed off, probably one of the hardest things. Because I really wanted to drag that bitch out front by her ponytail, you know? Yeah. Straight up. I went to work the other day, she gave me some cookies. I wanted to force her mouth open and shove it down her throat. Watch her choke on it. Hashtag not crazy.
Yeah. But you know, I keep my cool. I'm like, oh my god, thanks for the cookies. But actually I want to fucking... You know? Yeah. So I get that. And like, actually like stepping away from that situation and like not being mad is so hard. It's really hard. Yeah. But I'm happy that I did it. I'm really proud of you, Toto.
Thanks, babe.
Good job.
Getting there.
I know. Guys, T has really like made a turn for the better, I believe. Since we met. I feel you've blossomed.
Thanks, babe. You too.
You're welcome. I really think so. Because when I met T, he was obviously already a star. Yeah. But like, he was setting still foundations. And it's just crazy because like in the past 2 years, he's like transformed. You know what I mean? When I met him, he was this little caterpillar crawling into a cocoon, you know? This fat little caterpillar. It's so sweet and cute, you know? All his legs, you know? A bit awkward, you know? And now he's this butterfly.
The funny thing is, you know the Chinese star sign and the Western star sign? Yeah. There's apparently also signs where those two overlap. So I'm born in a certain year and I'm born in a certain month, you know? And now I have like a specific Western star sign and a specific Chinese star sign.
He also has a specific Bengali one.
Yeah, but that's not my point right now. So the Western star sign and the Chinese star sign, those two that overlap, that is called a butterfly.
Cute.
Yeah, and you are actually, I don't know your one, I have to look your one up, but yeah, that's my overlap star sign. So that's your tidbit of random information.
He's a butterfly.
Yeah, straight up.
I still think he's in his transformational phase.
I think so too.
I mean, obviously, when you first get married, it's like really nice and stuff. But you will like eventually get to this like point where you have to like cross over this bridge, right? And this bridge is like where all of your differences meet. Yeah. You know? Yeah. All of your like little values, all of your like attitudes, you know? Because like I have a really, really like really different approach to conflict resolution than T does. Yeah. And obviously I love T, but I just think mine's better.
You know, there's something called you know how you have love language? You can also have a conflict language.
Yeah, I saw that. I think because for T, it's like he wants you to butt heads.
Yeah.
Like he wants you to like do the yelling and the screaming. And
not in a destructive way, more like getting out the feelings. Feel the feelings.
I feel it's destructive. Because when we had arguments before and T tried to instill his method, it was destructive. It always ends that way. Because once you unleash anger, it's not something that you can really control. It just spirals.
Yeah, I would say that, but at the same time, sometimes it's necessary to really get this stuff out in the open that you cannot say normally, because anger is also like a I don't know, like a spear where you can break through certain barriers, and then you can open up certain things that you otherwise you don't open up because you don't bother about it.
I totally get that, but I feel like if you have anger, there's constructive ways to get it out. And I don't think it's constructive to yell at someone.
Yeah, I get it, but I guess when you don't have those tools at hand, or are not able to get it out, and you just keep it inside, it's actually anger that helps you say, hey, I don't know what to do, I'm lost, or I'm hurt or whatever, but I don't know what to do. So it's anger that actually puts the attention on you being in pain,
I can't agree with this. I think being angry, you can get to the same results through self-reflection.
Yeah.
Like if I don't let out my anger, I can go away and be like, oh, why was I angry? What made me upset?
Yeah.
And you can figure it out. Oh, this is why. Because I need help. Because I don't know what to do. And then you can talk to someone and be like, oh, this is why I feel like this. Which I think is what we do now, and it's amazing.
Yeah, and I mean, the thing is, we kind of learned about certain emotion, but I'm talking about if you don't know your own emotions and you only know anger, I would say then the anger is actually communicating the pain to the outside world, and then other people notice, oh, okay, he's angry. Yeah, okay, I'm afraid now that he's angry and stuff, but if you look past that and see that someone is always angry because they're hurt or in pain, or they feel inadequate or whatever, or it's always some sort of emotional trauma that they cannot communicate in any other way, and that's obviously, yeah, you maybe not want to respond in becoming like a yelling match or whatever, but when somebody's angry towards you, it's something where you then maybe first start realizing, okay, he is actually in pain or whatever, and that's when you then can find strategies to work towards it. But if somebody is in pain and communicates it the normal way and is not hurt, I think it's when they first start getting angry that they maybe are hurt for real,
I don't think so. I think when you're angry and you communicate to someone and that person gives in and says, oh, okay, this is the problem, I finally get it now that you've yelled at me, it just encourages more anger. Which was my initial problem with T, was like when he would get angry and yell, I would be like, oh, okay, I'll just do this because I don't want to deal with this yelling. But in reality, I should have just not communicated with someone who can't communicate to me in a respectful way,
But that's another problem. That's maintaining boundaries.
Yeah, that's my issue, is maintaining boundaries.
Yeah.
But I'm saying all it does is make it worse. That's all it does. Someone recognizing your feelings because you yelled at them only encourages you to yell more, and only encourages that person to get yelled at more.
Yeah, that's right. So I don't say yelling is good necessary, but I also don't want to say it's bad.
I think it's bad. I think like yelling is a no-no. And obviously T and I have different views. But like, I really strongly believe in constructive resolutions. I will never support someone yelling because I've been yelled at my whole life, and now I have a weird relationship with my dad. I just can't ever feel comfortable around him. And that's because of how he tried to resolve how he felt with me through yelling and intimidating me and making me feel scared and stuff. Like, it doesn't work. And I always think of stuff as like a family. When we have kids, do I want to resolve conflicts like this in front of them? No. Do I want them to see dad yelling at mum or mum yelling at dad? No, I don't. Because this kind of stuff is what they learn inherently. And then they get into a relationship 20, 30 years down the line, and they think that yelling is the way to get their point across, when in reality it isn't. And when you learn to respect others, you also learn that you deserve to be treated with the same respect.
Yeah. I want to say something. I think I didn't mean that it's right every time when you feel a certain way to resort to yelling. I think what I was trying to get at is when you get to know someone and they start yelling, you can basically use it to identify what's wrong with them, you know? So, for example, whenever somebody is yelling, they cannot communicate their pain to the outside world or whatever they feel to the outside world in a constructive way. So I totally agree with that. Yelling is not constructive problem resolution, but I don't want to say that it's like a no-no, you know, because whenever somebody yells, they basically are telling, okay, I don't know what to do, so I resort to the last thing. And that's when, yeah, obviously you should not expose yourself to abusive behavior or whatever. But when somebody, so let's say we never met before and we have an argument and then I yell, that's where then you can use that basically to resolve a problem, where you be like, okay, look,
like with a stranger,
like you're yelling, you obviously are in pain or whatever. I'm sorry you feel like that. Here, you need help, you know. This is basically a way to realize, okay, this person actually needs help.
Yeah, but if I'm on the streets and I have an argument with someone and they yell at me, I'm not gonna be like, you need help.
Yeah, obviously. No,
I understand that, like, you're going through something difficult or something. I would just be like, fuck this guy, and I just walk off.
Yeah, I understand. I understand that. But the problem is when everybody, I mean, obviously it's no one's responsibility to help people that are yelling. Yeah, exactly. But I'm now talking about like family, because people start yelling way before they meet someone random on the street. Obviously they already start yelling as a kid. Yeah. But if I was to happen to have a kid or whatever, and they would be yelling, then I know I as a parent do something wrong, because when they yell, they basically,
they don't feel heard.
Yeah, they don't feel heard, and then you know, okay, you need to take certain steps. But the thing is, when somebody's yelling and you basically dismiss them even more, then they will just spiral down more and become some sort of, I don't know, serial killer or whatever.
But I do think, like, I think how you react to, like, the person yelling at you is, like, really significant. Like...
Yeah, that's 100% true, yeah.
Yeah, like, I think it's super important. I don't think I'm a yeller when I'm angry.
No.
Even though I grew up around yelling. I don't think I'm a yeller. I think I get it from my mum, though. I really hold things in. You know what I mean? Like, if someone does me, I feel like someone did me wrong, I just, like, bury it, you know? And I'm more of like a vengeful bitch, you know.
Mm.
I just want to like get back at that person and like get even and stuff. And obviously that's something I need to work on. Like with my fucking coworker, I really want to get even.
Yeah.
You know, like I literally itch to do it. But I like am holding myself back. You know, because I think for me as a person, it'll be better not to, and stuff like that. But I think like how you react to someone yelling is really key. Like. For me, initially, if Toby yelled at me, I would cave, you know, but that's just because that's what I learned from my parents.
Yeah.
Like, if my dad got upset with me, I cave, you know, but eventually, like, I learned to actually be like, this isn't gonna work.
No.
If you act like that.
Yeah.
And stuff, you know, like, you really have to sit down and set the boundaries, which is my biggest issue.
Yeah.
I just can't set boundaries.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's hard.
It's really hard for me. But I think with T, I want our relationship to be good, you know, so I really put in the effort, you know, and like sitting down and telling him, oh, this isn't going to work if you do that is so hard for me, you know, because I'm not used to setting boundaries. But in saying that, every situation is different. Obviously, if you're in an abusive relationship, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
You know, don't stick around and try to make it work. Sorry, we have like wooden chairs and my thighs stick because I'm thick. Because I'm built different. I'm just trying to lift my thigh. No, but obviously, like if you're in an abusive relationship, get out. Don't waste your time and energy trying to fix someone who doesn't really deserve to be fixed, you know?
Yeah.
That's their own problem.
Yeah.
You know?
That's right.
Put yourself first, you know, always. Nobody's going to love you more than you love yourself, you know? So if you don't give yourself that small amount of respect, don't expect your partner to.
Yeah.
You know? In saying that, I don't think T was anywhere near abusive.
No.
I think he was just popping off.
I reached a point where I was not able to communicate how I feel with normal words. And that's when I basically resorted to yelling. Yeah. Which is sad because I shouldn't do that. But the thing is, once this sort of thing happened, I guess, and that's where I was trying to get at, you are able to, I guess it shows you that you are in need for help, you know, and that's when you then need to take the actions to fix it, you know. Yeah. And I mean, those sort of things should be fixed, obviously, in the best way before you actually get into a relationship. So yeah. Yeah,
but I think like what I was trying to get at by saying like leave someone if they're abusive, you should, by the way, and I think like obviously take notes. Red flags are red flags for a reason, you know. But I don't think that's where I was. Anywhere near. Yeah. With a T. Yeah. But I think like for me, it's just supporting people that you love, you know, and that's how you show him that you're in it for the long haul. You know, obviously there are going to be ugly days, like that's just life. But I think like sometimes you just need that support to feel like, okay, I do have this person by my side, I can do this. You know what I mean? And I feel like when T had like moments where he felt like he couldn't communicate or couldn't get through to me, obviously I had to look at why he felt like I wasn't acknowledging what he was saying. And that was on me for not really giving him that sense of like, oh, I'm being heard when I'm speaking. And I've since really worked on that as well. And I think that for T, it was just like pushing him to recognize that maybe this isn't the best way to resolve things. Yeah. When you feel like when you feel like I'm not hearing you. Yeah, yeah. You know? Yeah. Which was hard because T is really stubborn. And like But I think we've actually like really come a long way.
Yeah.
It's true.
I guess the takeaway was we know we loved each other, and we saw this I guess this rough patch where I guess I fucked up, and we decided, okay, let's give it a try. I then started going to therapy, and she's also starting to go to therapy at some point. She still just have to find the right psychologist. But I think what we decided is to look past this sort of past the communication response and try to see the person underneath, kind of thing.
Yeah, totally. And I think like don't act like it never happened.
Yeah.
Obviously it happened.
Yeah.
And it's fine.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not like the funnest thing to talk about.
Yeah.
But it happened, and I think the best way to make this something positive is to work on it as a team.
Yes.
I really, really, really think it's brought us closer together.
Yeah.
And when you go through stuff like this, you really end up like understanding your partner more.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like I have like a deeper understanding for his struggles with communication.
Yeah.
Than I did before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's fine. Like we're all human. Everybody has their own kinks and stuff to iron out. Yeah. Nobody's perfect, am I right?
Nice.
You know, and we're not looking for perfection. But like I think when things get ugly, I feel weird giving this advice actually.
Yeah, okay.
Because I don't want someone who's in a weird relationship to think, oh, I really need to buckle down now.
I think everybody needs to decide for themselves. Like, listen to your feelings.
Yeah, exactly. For me, when T had this moment, I really felt I have to really buckle down. Really got to set things in. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And like, really put my back into my marriage. You know? Like, that's what it felt. That's what I felt was the right decision. And looking back, it was, you know? And I remember like T would totally like have these moments where he would be really disappointed in himself for like yelling or something, you know, and he'd be like, you don't have to stick around or like be with someone who can't communicate with you. But actually, like, I think it's the opposite, you know? I feel like when you see someone who's like trying their best to like become better, you don't just pack your shit and leave, you know? When like it doesn't smell like daisies and flowers anymore. You know?
Yeah, this is I'm very grateful that we stuck by me in those bad times, and that's how you really know it's really for the long haul, you know, because it's not everything is not always perfect, you know. Yeah. And especially, I guess, with our upbringings, there's some baggage on both of our ends. Yeah. And we both have to work through it, you know, and this also means that not everything is going to be
perfect all the time,
you know, because the baggage is part of us, and that comes to the surface every now and then, you know?
And I think if we both grew up in like these healthy, happy households, I feel there would be less challenges for us as a couple. Yeah, I get 100%. That. Yeah. But I also don't think I'd be happy with someone who couldn't understand me. Like when I have these ugly moments, T can understand where it's coming from. Yeah. You know? And in saying this, it's not like I'm the only one who sticks by T and T's just like popping off. That's not the picture I'm trying to paint, because I have already popped off. I was the first to pop, you know. Like I had like really, really, really a fucked up time. with like my parents,
Mm.
which I think was such a trying time in our relationship. We would need a whole new video for that anyway.
Yeah.
But like just like T really stuck by me through then, you know what I mean? Like when I needed him the most, he was there. And I think that sets the tone, is like when you're there for someone when they need you, it just like is a reminder. Like when things are ugly, I always think of like that time of like when he was there for me, and I'm like, this weird moment that he's having isn't what he is as a person, you know? It's just a moment in time, and we can like work through it.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
That's right.
And I think like having moments like this, it's so nice because when things are ugly, you have something really strong to remind you of like the love you have for each other and stuff, and like how far you can go, and like how much strength you have, you know, because there's a lot of strength here. And I think like we can get through a lot of ugly shit together, you know.
100%.
It just is what it is. Biggest win for the video. I didn't say his name even once. So kind of a win.
Alrighty.
I think
That's it.
we are exhausted and we're tired of fucking talking, alright?
Yeah.
So we'll see you all next week.
Laters.
Oh good, I